So feeling his energy, you know, his presence with me, and then literally having flashbacks. What had to have been flashbacks of previous life or previous lives, you know, where I'm dancing with women and we're grieving and mourning and dancing in celebration of the homegoing of our loved ones. And this is what I'm envisioning as I'm dancing before the altar I've made for my brother. And I'm like, all of this happening just within the same week of us having this amazing experience with my family.
Ain't that something?
Right?
Yeah.
Just absolutely amazing. So I shared that with you. This was, you know, one of the things that we also identified as a synchronicity, you know, this particular evening. And it was just so powerful. Yeah, it was so powerful. It's like I was having, you know, premonitions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You absolutely were.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it just made me think of just the I don't even know if this is a word. Symbology.
Let's make it. Let's
the
make
symbology.
It a word. Yeah. Right. Or the symbolism, but yeah, the
I like symbology.
I like it too.
Right?
I like it better. Come
on,
make
did
it
we
up.
just coin that?
That's coined symbology. I'm gonna put it down.
Make sure it's not a word.
Couldn't be more deserving. You got me cloud surfing, cloud surfing, cloud surfing. You got me.
Welcome back to LoveHers. Right.
Welcome back. I am Lourdine Jean-Francois, and this is the amazing
Shantae.
Yeah.
Shantae, like my mother would say. Shantae. Or Ms. M to the Z to the Z. Yeah. Shantae to friends and family.
Shantae. That means sing in French.
To sing out and to chant.
Shantae.
Because the chant is the root.
Yeah, chant.
Well, how I spell my name is C-H-A-N-T.
Yeah. It's amazing. It makes it simple, easy for me to introduce you to my family, right? You said that yesterday. You have a French name.
Yes. Yes.
So this weekend was so freaking amazing. So freaking whoa. And just magical and spiritual and just all the things. All the things.
Yes.
And it was just so beautiful to be able to share the time, the space with you and with my family. So my uncle and my aunt, for those of you who don't know, I'm Haitian. My mother and my father are from Haiti. And I have family in Haiti, New Jersey, Maryland, and also down south. And so I have an aunt and uncle who live in the area. And this weekend they celebrated their 45th wedding anniversary.
It was beautiful.
45 years.
45! 45,
54. In addition to that, my younger cousin, one of my cousins, got married this weekend as well. And so, which was just so beautiful.
It was beautiful, man.
So beautiful. And so here we are celebrating mature love, bringing in young love, and just generations all together, eating together, dancing together, just in celebration, right? Of all things that are beautiful and abundant and life-giving. And it was a spiritual experience.
It totally was. It was generational love.
It was generational love. Right?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. So on Friday night, we found ourselves outside in the backyard with, again, women, generations of Haitian women, right? We're together dancing in the rain, in a circle to Haitian music, and just all the things, all the things. And we sat together, Shantae and I, and we came to this realization that moment was just a culmination of so much of what we've been doing together spiritually, right? And brought us to that point. I mean, really doing our holy work.
Yeah.
And also just setting intentions for the people that we are becoming, the way that we envision our souls growing together and individually, and how all of the synchronicities, all the signs, everything that happened this weekend was just magnifique, right? And all of this was just a reflection of how powerful we really are.
How powerful we really are.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you say in Creole, like, it's beautiful?
Oh, belle. He did belle.
Oh, belle.
Yeah. Or you could say magnifique, like,
okay.
But just a beautiful, loving, and just spiritual experience. And you use the term initiation. It felt like it was.
Oh man.
Yeah. Talk about that.
Yeah. So, oh my God. We still high. You know what I'm saying? Like spiritually high.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. So, baby's family is, oh my God, I love her family. They are so beautiful and so welcoming and so loving. And like her family and my family, we have a very similar frequency, right? Because it's very loving. You know what I mean?
Very welcoming.
Yeah, I always just feel like I'm home. Like even when I'm first meeting new family or whatever, like they just welcome me with open arms, and it just seems like we've met before. Like it just seems like it's a reunion.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And I know that spiritually it really is because we've had some readings.
Yeah.
And we know that we have
several
many past lives together. But while we were in the dance circle, and it wasn't like we planned to make it a circle, right?
Right.
So we're all outside in Auntie and Uncle's backyard. They got the DJ playing, they got the lights up, and the food buffet table is out there, and like so many of the Haitian elders were out there, and it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
They just age with grace, you know what I'm saying? And we get to dancing, and everybody's dancing, and when we look around, it's like all the women. And then all the women are in a circle, and we're doing our we just Haitian music.
Come on.
Are y'all serious? Have you ever listened to Haitian music? It is beautiful. And like as indigenous people all over the world, like we all have that. It's in our DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to move. To
dance.
dance. Yeah.
And it's just the drums and the horns and
everything.
The guitar and the beat of it. It's just so like you gotta move to it, man. Like so we dancing around in the circle, and I think I felt like it was at the same time. We looked up at each other.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I think I felt like I heard you say it too, because sometimes we be thinking the same thing and then we say it at the same time.
Right.
And then I was like, this was a ritual, right? Yeah. And baby was like, yes, I was thinking the same thing. It was like we just had a women's circle ritual. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Ceremony at a celebration of love. Yeah. And I'm like, baby, LoveHers. Ooh. 808, like it's how we love. Like this is just so divine.
Absolutely.
And then so we got to talking about it, and I was like, I felt like we were initiated, because literally we were at that particular time in that circle of dance. We were the youngest, right? The circle. Yeah, and it was all oh my God, the women. So beautiful. So beautiful. And they're just getting it. I don't even know the ages, but you couldn't tell.
Dance, that's out the circle.
They was going longer than we were. We had to go sit down a couple times. We go sit down a couple times and look up. They still dancing. And I mean, it was one of your aunties, I guess, Silver Fox. We call her Silver Fox because her hair was just beautiful, like silver.
Yeah.
Oh man, she was amazing. She was full of energy.
Yeah.
And she was coming through the circle, right? Getting through that train. Come on, Grandma. Get on down on the road. She had way more energy than us combined.
God. Oh my God.
And her knees was still working because she was getting down low.
She was doing her thing.
I need to know what she eating, what she drinking, what she is listening to, because I'm trying to be like that when I'm older.
Exactly. So when we looked up, because when you said this was a ritual, I was thinking the exact
I felt
same
like you were.
thing, right?
Right.
I was thinking the exact same thing. So we go and we sit down and we start talking about all of what led up to that evening, right? To that moment. To that moment. And your mom was there. Let's also talk about how your mom was also
absolutely
a part of this circle. Can you tell people a bit about your background, your people, and how the alignment? We got to talk about the alignment.
Oh man, all the revelations,
right?
Yeah, I don't think we really put it all together like that before. So, well, I know that from meeting your auntie and uncle from previous times, I'm like, oh, they just so cool, like. I felt like my mom would have a good time if she came. And my mom loves music and, anything cultural and she loves to dance. So I was like, hey, let's see if my mom and her partner can come on out. And so they happened, right? Happened to live 10 minutes away.
No coincidence.
No coincidence, right? There's no coincidences in this world, right?
Co-occurring incidences.
Exactly.
But no coincidence.
Yeah, exactly. Co-occurring incidences is coincidence.
Yeah, you taught me that. Change my perspective. You did.
I even forgot.
You did. You did.
I'm like,
you
that's
did.
good.
That's good.
We read so much. We pick up so many things. I don't remember. But, yes. So my mom and Franklin come along. Franklin is her partner. And, and she was there, right? And it's like no coincidence that my mom is there and we're feeling like this is a spiritual initiation into like an elder Haitian circle. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh, I just get chills. Yeah.
Yeah, and my mom was dancing in the circle as well. You know what I'm saying? And then just some background with my family, like on my mother's side, we are of you could say, Paw Monkey is a little more modern. Powhatan is a little bit older, but American Indian and indigenous from Virginia on my mom's side. And but like, because on my dad's side is Cherokee and Blackfoot, and they're from Kansas, but they moved to DC. So that DC area is where my mom and my dad kind of grew up at. So but my dad was in the Navy, so we moved around a lot. So like the first 7 years of my life, I grew up in Oahu, Hawaii, right? And Hawaii, of course, or Hawaii, as we say, is completely indigenous. You know what I'm saying? The Somali Indians, like all of that is indigenous. You know what I'm saying? Whatever name you want to call it, we indigenous folks. And so that island that we putting it together, the island vibe of Hawaii and the indigenous vibe of Hawaii. And then, my family, Paw Monkey Powhatan, American Indian, her family, Haitian, like straight Haitian, from the island of Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Running through a vein. And then I was like, at one point, it was like, oh, wow, because like Hawaii, H-A, but it's, it's actually pronounced Hawaii. And then Haiti, which is pronounced Haiti, right? And I was like, dang, we really got this indigenous island connection. Yeah. Her and our family. And it's like the H-I connection, right? Yeah. Both begin with an H, end with an I. We were just putting all the synchronicities together, man. Yeah. And, and like I said, no matter where you are in the world, the indigenous cultures, like, whether you in Mexico or, the Caribbean to, you know, Hawaii to like whatever, like indigenous is indigenous and it's in our DNA.
Yeah.
And it may be we may speak a different language, but we like the same.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially when we get into like our culture, like our culture.
Our celebrations, our
Yes.
rituals, indeed.
Oh, we were just putting all these puzzles together, like, and it was beautiful.
It was.
It was beautiful.
It was. Yeah. I was so thankful that your mom was there.
Yeah.
You know, really, because, you know, as much as, you know, I've spent a lot of time around your family, right? Oh, it was just great to have your mom and Franklin see, you know, the other side of my family.
Yeah.
They're familiar with my mom's side. This is my dad's side of the
Right.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Man.
So even in that, you know, that feeling like a coming together, right? An initiation of you and your mom, you know, connecting to
the family.
Yeah, the other side of my family.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
It
Beautiful.
It was just so much.
It was beautiful.
It was just so much. So yeah, so it was that, like your mom being there, the rain. We talked about the rain and just how just not even a week before Friday, we were talking about wanting to dance in the rain. Right? We were talking about wanting
ain't no
to
coincidence.
dance in the rain.
Right, dance in the rain.
Yes.
We did say that.
Yes, we said that. So I've been incorporating more dance in my life, you know, as a form of my day-to-day for healing and releasing, you know, energy and just celebrating my ancestors. And so talking to baby, I'm like, I want to dance in the rain. And this is not something that I would have said maybe 2-3 years ago even, right? So check the evolution, okay?
Hello?
So mention to baby, I want to dance in the rain. And then not only that, so I've been, in my dance practice, I've been dancing before this altar that I have set up for my brother, my younger brother who transitioned. He has death transition 2 years ago to be this upcoming August. And so as I've been dancing in front of his this altar I have for him, that's what I'm calling it now. Like that's the word that's coming to mind.
Yeah,
even though
absolutely.
I've not referenced it as that before. I'm dancing in front of it, and I'm feeling his energy dancing with me. And even as I'm talking about this, it's so feeling his energy, you know, his presence with me, and then literally having flashbacks. What had to have been flashbacks of a previous life or previous lives, you know, where I'm dancing with women and we're grieving and mourning and dancing in celebration of the homegoing of our loved ones. And this is what I'm envisioning as I'm dancing before the altar I've made for my brother. And I'm like, all of this happening just within the same week of us having this amazing experience with my family. Right?
Yeah.
Just absolutely amazing. So I shared that with you. This is, you know, one of the things that we also identified as a synchronicity, you know, this particular evening. And it was just so powerful. Yeah, it was so powerful. It's like I was having, you know, premonitions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You absolutely were.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it just made me think of just the I don't even know if this is a word. Symbology.
Let's make it. Let's
the
make
symbology.
It a word. Yeah.
Right.
Or the symbolism. But yeah, the symbology.
I like symbology.
I like it too.
Right?
I like it better. Come on, make it
Did we just coin that?
That's coined symbology. I'm gonna put it
down. Make sure it's not a word.
Symbology of it all.
Right, but yeah, it just made me think of the symbology significance of even the wedding ceremony yesterday taking place in the same place.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
But
oh my god. Too. That is deep. And we talked about this yesterday as well. Yeah. So my cousin Alexis and her husband Jose, these beautiful souls, so in love, and to see them, they're so young, you know, so young. I guess that's relative. I think they're in their 20s, but just young love, right? Young love, and you can tell just how much they they honor and cherish and value each other. So beautiful wedding. The pastor did an amazing job. It was just a beautiful wedding. But so Alexis's father, who is my cousin, he completed suicide some years ago, and so the church where the wedding was held yesterday was the same church where they had his funeral.
Wow.
Right. So just, I mean, that in and of
itself is like
that in and of itself. And so the energy in the room, the energy in that church, I mean, it was just a beautiful experience. And what a way to, create a beautiful memory, in a space where the last time the family was there, it was a place of grief and a place of mourning. And not that grief and mourning isn't beautiful, right? Because what we know is that, death is an illusion, okay? Death is an illusion. We have a death experience and we transcend and transform into where our spirit goes on, right? And we embody different forms, right? But to be able to have that wedding take place there, it was just magical.
It was. And it was like it's kind of like, because both are a celebration of life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it was just full circle celebration of life there. And oh man, it was quite spiritual. Yeah. And if you think about it, it's like the just that whole the infinity.
Right. Talk about that.
The 808.
Talk about that.
Of how how life and death, so-called death, the yin and yang, and the transitioning, the rebirth, you know what I'm saying, the so-called death and the rebirth, the celebration of love, and how like the pastor kept talking about be fruitful and multiply, right, with the sacred ceremony of marriage. And the idea of bringing forth more life. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so it just all coincided.
Yeah. Indeed.
It was beautiful.
It was.
It really was.
It was.
Yeah.
And then so as we're indulging in libations, of course, you're here at this ceremony, this induction, there are libations, right? The celebration, and we look down at the cup, right?
And that's the post.
We can't make
took a picture of it.
We did. We looked down at the cup and it says infinitely recyclable.
Whoa! Come on, guys.
Infinitely recyclable.
And it's like, and it had the infinity
symbol.
And like our symbology is the 808, right? LoveHers 808. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
Both our life path numbers are 8.
Yeah.
And then our anniversary. Right. Abundant. Yeah. And the 8, when you look at numerology, 8 is abundance, prosperity, infinity, And, and our anniversary is 808, So whenever we see infinity, that symbol, we're like,
Yeah. And the wedding gift was also an infinity symbol.
Hello. Right?
The gift that was given to the guest was also an infinity symbol. And it said, what did it say? Love forever.
Forever, yeah.
Right?
Right. Going around the infinity or the 8.
Yeah.
So we really supposed to be here.
Like we're really supposed to. And that's how you know.
Confirmation.
That's how you know.
Confirmation all day.
That is how you know. I mean, you get to a point where you realize, and this comes with, awareness and tuning in, tapping in, doing the work that, the way things align, right? There is no other explanation.
No, man.
Other than all of it being divine.
Divine time.
No other explanation. I mean, even at the what?
It's just
it's amazing.
It's so cool. It's so cool when you actually can, when you recognize it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
When you become aware of all of the synchronicities.
All of the synchronicities.
Yeah.
And just in being around others who you can have, you okay?
Yeah.
Who you can have conversations with about these things, right? So Baby and I were talking about this, like, that could have, Friday night, Saturday night could have just as easily been another party, another celebration. Could have been, right? 45 years, yes, they're getting married, right? Could have easily been another celebration, but if we were not aware, right, aware of who we are and aware of the ways in which the universe confirms the truth of that, the reality of that to us, every chance it gets, it's always happening, y'all.
It's always happening.
It's always happening. And it's just that, and we don't see it because we're not aware of it. Right? So to have the awareness and to be able to talk with you and say, babe, and have you say yes. And just being able to confirm that for each other, affirm that for each other, and build that momentum. It's just, it's a magical thing. And it's those occurrences that really help us see who we really are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Seriously. And it's just... It's like, at one point we could have just missed it, Because, just imagine when spirit, universe, angels, guides, ancestors, like, they're always talking to us. And from what we gather and what we know is that they communicate through signs and symbols. You know what I'm saying? Signs are the symbols and the symbols are the signs,
Yeah. What's that song? Check that song out.
Every Nowhere by Ether Cake Band.
Check it out on YouTube, Spotify.
Seriously. And when you're aware, you're able to see the signs and the symbols. And when you're not aware, you miss them, And so, but they're always talking to us.
Always.
And so when you're not as aware, meaning, because sometimes, I'm sure there's many signs and symbols that we miss. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
But this was a time we did not, miss it. And so it felt good to just, to recognize and then to have a partner that also was on that same frequency so that we could talk about, like, hey, this just happened? Like, are you serious?
Yeah. And
like,
yeah.
And it's like, it's beautiful, and it just encourages you to keep doing what you're doing, to do the work that we're doing together, our holy work, and the evolution of humanity and consciousness, like all of these things. And like, we could have missed it.
We could have.
But we didn't.
But we didn't.
But
we didn't.
And every time you have the gratitude, right?
Yes.
The attitude of gratitude for these things. And to some it might seem small, to us it's big,
huge.
And then when you have the attitude of gratitude and recognize those things, all it does is encourages more because now the ancestors and the spirit guides, whatever you want to call them, are like, hey, they get it. Give them more. Show them this. Show them this.
Absolutely.
Tell them this.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Those downloads, all the things.
Man.
All the things. I mean, when you appreciate, it appreciates, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So the appreciation in value and the energy, right?
Absolutely.
You giving your attention to these things builds momentum and allows you to see more of them in your experience.
Yes.
You know?
And it activates the RAS.
Yes, the RAS.
Reticular activating system, right?
Come on.
The RAS.
Yes, it does.
And so, like, if you don't know about, about the RAS, but, like, basically, we all have a reticular activating system. And so it's like the moment you pay attention to something, your RAS will kind of, like, keen in on that particular thing that you're thinking about and show you more of it. So, for instance, when you get a new car or you're thinking about getting a car and then you got the specific color that you want and that car that you want, and then next thing you know, you're driving and you're like, oh my God, everybody has this car.
Right.
Well, you didn't notice it before.
Yeah.
But you notice it now because now your reticular activating system has been activated. You know? Yeah. That's my car. That's my car. That's my car. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Indeed. It filters the irrelevant information out.
Yeah.
You know? And so you hear people talk about, seeing angel numbers more often than they ever have before. And the thing is, it's not as if those numbers have not been around.
Exactly.
It's just that the moment you're tuned in, the moment you're aware of it, you see it more, right? Your Ross is in full effect, and you're now more aware of these occurrences, right? Just loving the truth that infinite possibilities exist, that things are always happening around us. And again, the awareness, right? The being tapped in, tuned in, doing the work, finding that balance, this homeostasis balance between your feminine and masculine energy, being fully present. I mean, all of these things.
Woo!
All of
Did
these
she go there? Did she go there with it? Ross Walters. What's up? What's up? Welcome. Dang,
yeah. All of these things, right, affect your ability to. What we're doing is receiving and allowing, right? Receiving what is there, right? Interpreting what is there, and then allowing, these things to unfold and manifest and be revealed to us, right? And so that takes a balance of surrender, but also and a balance of knowing in that surrender. I mean, there's just
the holy work. That's the holy work.
Yeah.
Learning to balance, exactly like staying in homeostasis. Learning to balance, balancing your emotions, balancing what you're doing as a human, because sometimes we can get so wrapped up and taken away and just work.
That go energy. Talk about the go and flow.
Can you break down the go and the flow?
Yeah. Can you help me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So we have, so there's go energy and then there's flow energy. And so go energy, let's consider that more of the masculine energy. Like that's the thinking and doing energy. And then we have the flow energy. That's the feeling and being energy. Okay. And so because of so many things coming at us, so many things. Hey, Nappy Queen.
What's up?
Lady? Welcome. So because we live in such a fast-paced society where there's so much information and so much coming at us at once, and we're all out here doing our thing, working on getting this abundance, getting these bags and all the things, moving forward in our career and all that. We're doing so much that we end up spending a lot of time in that go energy. Go. Yeah. And so when we're in that go energy, we're not in our flow energy as much or enough. And it's that flow energy that really helps us, allows us to tap into our intuition and our internal guidance.
Yes, that's the feminine. And then the go is the masculine.
It's the masculine, exactly.
And everybody has both.
It's
not
both.
A male or female thing.
Exactly. Right. Everybody has both. And so in order to, recognize these symbols, these signs, and really be in touch with and in tune to the messages that we're getting from our ancestors, our spirit guides all the time, we have to be more in touch with that flow energy. Yeah. More in touch with that feminine energy.
Yeah, the yin and the yang.
The yin and the yang.
Again.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Cutie. Learning how to
Stop playing
ain't she beautiful? She's gorgeous.
You're making me blush. You know that?
Yeah, that's sometimes you just, how you look. Sometimes you just look at your partner and be like, dang. She with me.
That's how I was looking at you last night, I was like, baby was
this camera.
Did I tell you, baby was fine last night? She always fine, y'all. But last night, Shorty had that hat on and these. Oh my God, the pants you had on. Anyway, let me not.
You like them little pants, don't you?
I like the way you look in them pants.
She like my pants, y'all.
So silly.
But what I was saying?
Go and flow. You were saying more about go and flow energy. That's how we look at each other too. Right. That's love. Come on.
Too cute. I love it. Mm-hmm. Yes. What I say, the masculine, the feminine,
the go and flow. Yep.
The go and the flow, and learning the balance the yin and the yang.
Yeah. Because
what can happen is we can get so inundated with the programming of the go.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Work. Bills. Mm-hmm. And then you can lose sight of the feminine aspect of the flow, which you need to balance both. Absolutely. So that's when you want to get back and do things, self-loving things for yourself. Yeah. You know, spending time with nature. Yeah. You know, meditation. Yeah. Dancing. You know,
non-linear movement. Non-linear movement. And because you hear a lot, even with yoga has its benefits, obviously. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to releasing and getting back in tune and in touch with our feminine energy, we want to do more non-linear movement, right? So just moving with music, you know, with maybe without words or words, it depends, you know, but allowing your body to move and letting the music move you. You want to do more of that to get in touch with that energy.
Yeah, and it's really like just getting back into your body.
Yeah, that's it exactly.
Getting back into your body.
Yeah.
Feeling the energy, you know, of the body. To get back in it. Yeah. Because sometimes we're not in there. You know, and we don't feel.
That's
right.
That part.
And if you're not in your body, then you can't feel. And that's when you become numb, you know. Desensitized. And you're way too much on the masculine side, and you need to bring it back into the middle and balance that. And this is the same goes for men too. You know.
Indeed.
Yeah. And that's something that I think that this is a time and place where we are in the evolution of humanity, where men and women aligned, both will start to recognize and become more aware of how they need to balance that energy. So, because at one point in time, because of the programming, you know, going back into the religious programming, there was a time, well, I mean, it's still happening, but more people becoming aware where it wasn't okay for a man, right, to balance his feminine and masculine, you know what I'm saying? Because it was looked upon as something negative, but it's actually something mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
For the survival, and
it's funny
expansion of our species. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and it's funny how I said it's mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Like men have to be able to balance that, because you can't just be on the go. Yeah. You know, the force. Yeah. You know, you got to be able to receive. You need to be able to get back into your intuition and all of those things. You know,
feeling energy. Yeah.
Yeah, and women too, because we've been more on you know, the go side. You know, as far as, you know, independent woman and. Can you pay my bills? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things, you know. Yeah. So like getting both of us, male and female, learning the balance of the yin and the yang, and how they flow together. Absolutely. So then you don't have toxic masculinity or toxic femininity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, indeed.
It's a beautiful balance.
Beautiful balance.
Love yourselves.
Love yourself. Beautiful balance, and also necessary, right? It's a necessary part of doing, I mean, that is the work. That's the whole work. Realizing that there's the divine feminine and the sacred masculine, like both parts are of us and relevant to us, and when those parts are in balance, we're optimal in our performance and in our awareness and just in our being, in our beingness, for sure.
And you when you do that work, the just do a quick search. Google search divine feminine, sacred masculine. Watch what comes up, right? Yeah. And when you start doing that holy work, it brings you into a space of more peace, of more alignment, more awareness, you know, more love, you know what I'm saying? Because we gotta love ourselves more, you know, more than what we have been doing. Yeah, it's necessary.
Yeah, absolutely.
For your evolution and for the evolution of all humanity and consciousness, you know?
Indeed. Because the more we love ourselves, the more we have the capacity and the willingness to love others.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
for
And
sure.
you have the energy.
And the energy.
You know?
And the energy, for sure.
Right. And then it also allows, and that's the part where, because when you're working on your holy work and your partner's working on their holy work, or whoever it is, you know, then you don't have to do so much. You don't have to force so much and try to make things happen. Because you can allow things to happen based on your level of attraction.
Absolutely.
And what I mean by attraction is your frequency.
Yeah.
Right? The law of attraction. You know, because when you balance that, when you just do your holy work, because you can't do everybody else's.
Yeah.
And when you try to do everybody else's, then you're getting more into the masculine.
Right, more in the force too.
Yeah, more in the force.
Yeah, more in the go.
And that's not how the universe works. You know what I'm saying? So when you get back to self, to God, to Allah, to source, right? And you're more connected to the divine. That's when you recognize the divine timing, you know, of things. So it's like, what does it say? Like, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are.
Exactly.
Right? And that's how you become more of what you are, so that you can attract the things that you really want and desire and deserve.
You know? And it is then that you then know who you really are, right? Because, I mean, but believing is one thing. We can believe anything. We can believe anything. But to know is to become, right?
Yeah.
To know is to become, and to see the proof, the evidence of that becoming in the signs and the symbols, and exactly.
That's the confirmation.
That's the confirmation. How when you change, how the world changes around you. Yeah.
Y'all hear that?
How the world,
say that again, baby.
When you change, the world changes around you. And it really is that realization, you know, when you realize that it's happening, right? That's what
It's happening. It's happening.
It's happening. When you realize that it's happening, that's when you realize that you are divine, that you are an extension of the creator. You are a creator.
You are a creator.
Yes.
We be forgetting that
Oh, we
sometimes,
forget
man.
it.
We get caught up in the bull crap.
Yeah.
So much that we forget that we are creators.
Yeah.
So what should you be doing?
Yeah.
Creating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are you creating today?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And a big part of that creation, that process, is rest and relaxation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
which is more of that flow energy, right? So going back to like being able to balance that masculine and that feminine energy, because without the rest, the relaxation, that affects our ability to create, and instead we end up trying to force things into being, instead of allowing things to reveal themselves to us as they will, just as a result of the natural laws of the universe.
And that's how powerful we are.
Come on.
That's how powerful we are. And we've been like, you know, we've been programmed and brainwashed to think that we gotta just force everything, and we gotta get it out the mud, and we gotta struggle, and we gotta, and you know, at one point in time, that's what we did have to do.
Yeah.
You know, that's what our parents and our grandparents had to do because of what was going on in the world. But now we're trying to evolve past that.
Yeah, we are.
And grow and get back to how it used to be before
all the foolishness.
Before our grandparents and our great grandparents, when we actually were, you know, more in our divine.
Yeah.
You know, when we were building pyramids
with our minds, and
you know,
come on, with energy,
vibration and frequency and sound, we were more tapped in like those days when we were the gods. You know what I'm saying? That they talk about. And they try to act like we don't exist anymore because they're trying to put other labels on us and program us to believe that we're not who we are. Right?
Ooh, that's a great shirt. We are the gods.
Hello?
Make that.
Hello?
Go on.
I am the temple.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Who is that? What we got? Yes! You know, so These are the things. Everybody got to do their own work, you know. Do the holy work.
Yeah.
You know, create.
Yeah.
Infinity until infinity and beyond.
Exactly. And see the proof. That we are infinitely recyclable.
Ooh, well, I just heard you.
For real.
I heard you because the cup popped in my mind, right? Oh man, you know how like you be. Yo, I'm telling you, when you be doing the holy work, oh man, it's stuff like that, like literally, you were. I was gonna say, I was gonna talk about the infinity recyclable because that was one of the symbols that we saw at the party.
Yeah.
Right. But I didn't. It popped in my mind. I saw the cup.
Yeah.
When we took the picture,
right.
And it said, infinitely recyclable.
Yeah.
But I didn't say it.
Yeah.
And then she said it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And why did that happen? You want to explain it?
With the synchronicity.
There you go.
You know, it's the synchronicities. It's like because we're on the same frequency.
Yeah.
And that is what they were talking about.
Come on now.
Thank you. There we go. Right.
Come on.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say, right? Because that's when you get into the telepathic abilities. Like, everybody has these abilities.
Yeah.
But it just depends on where you are.
Yeah.
You know, in the alignment. Right?
And
in the frequency.
Flow energy, yes.
Right. Are you too much on the go on the masculine side?
Right.
You know, do you need to get more balance so that you can actually tap in and tune in and you know what I'm saying? Just be who you were born to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which is divine.
Absolutely.
And so, man, you can that's why like sometimes we do it on accident where it's like you're thinking about somebody, you haven't seen them in a long time, and then all of a sudden they call you or you see them and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
I was just talking about you. I was just thinking of like, and then you pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so imagine if we really just had the knowledge and we started to do the work.
Yeah.
And then we could do it with intention.
Yeah. And develop
like
that sense and really strengthen that sense.
Hello? Because all we need to do is strengthen it.
Yeah.
And practice.
Just
you
practice.
know, get that Raws activated in that.
Get it going. Like strengthen that muscle and all of a sudden, magic.
They don't want that.
No.
They don't want that. That's why they keep putting all these other dumbass programs, throwing it at us, and inflation and all this stuff. Recession and the rat race.
That put us in that go energy, so we are not in touch with our divine feminine. It's just don't fall for it though, y'all. Okay.
Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype.
Don't fall for it. Because it's easy to get in. It's easy. Like we talked about last episode. You know, we got caught up watching a reality show that time at somebody's house.
For a second.
I could see how that can suck you in. Like, good Lord. I know it just from like being on Instagram. You literally have to be aware of what's happening. And you have to, because other than that, like, when would you stop? You would just be scrolling forever.
Sure. And you gotta, and being aware to the point of like recognizing what's happening in your body, right? So when you're not in touch with that flow energy or that, you know, your intuition or your body, when you're not connected to your body, you don't even realize your shoulders get intense when you're on social media, or your heart racing when you're on social media, or the pleasure that you're feeling right from scrolling and looking and getting trapped into that reward cycle, that dopamine, the adrenaline rush, and all those things, all of those things that on a consistent basis just not good for our bodies. Not good for our bodies, and not good in terms of us being in balance and in alignment, right? And having that balance between that go and that flow, that feminine and masculine energy. And so, you know, when you're not in touch with your body, you're not even aware that those things are happening. In order for you to realize, okay, overstimulated, gotta get off. You know what I mean? We just get so easily sucked in.
It is.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they study us.
Yeah, exactly.
They study us.
Yeah.
Like, the military
indeed
studies human behavior, human psychology. They got all types of
Yeah.
Man, studies on this stuff, on how the human mind works and responds. Like, that's why you get all these advertisements thrown at you.
Absolutely.
And they got microphones on your phone.
Yeah.
You talk about a vacation, the next thing you know, you got a advertisement for the same place you were talking about.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
This is science.
It is. Even down to the colors they use. We talked about this last time.
Yes.
Look up color psychology. The colors they use be getting us all caught up.
Yeah. They pretty good, man.
Yeah.
They pretty good.
Yeah. So another way to tap into that flow energy, your flow energy, is to reduce the amount of time that you are on social media platforms and watching the news and even watching TV, you know, getting away from, you mentioned the blue light, you know, the last time.
Yeah.
Reducing
Melatonin.
Reducing how much time you spend engaging in those kind of activities, because that's more of that go energy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But we are infinitely recyclable. Because we know that energy never dies. You know? Life just changes forms.
Yeah.
You know?
Indeed.
And it's an ongoing evolution of consciousness.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And the proof is all around us.
The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is all around us, right? We just have to be able to see it and to feel it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sense it. Feel it. Know it. You know?
Yeah. And be it.
And be it.
Yeah.
Most importantly, be it. Right.
Yeah. So good. I had a great time with you. We always have a great time together.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
This weekend was magical.
Come on, man.
Come on.
This weekend was quite magical, you know.
Yeah.
We're always doing some magic shit together, you know.
Want to tell about the time you saw the white deer? No.
Tell them.
Okay, so one more story before we go. So shortly after my younger brother made his death transition about 2 years ago, the same aunt and uncle we were talking about who just celebrated their 45th wedding anniversary, we were invited by them to the Haitian ambassador's house. So the ambassador of Haiti, okay, we were invited to his house. How cool is that?
So cool.
Right? So cool. Invited to his house shortly after my brother, made his transition. So on the way to the Haitian ambassador's house, we see, and I don't know if you've ever seen one of these, please let us know.
Yeah,
okay?
drop it in the chat.
Let us know. We saw a white deer.
What? It was a white deer.
A white deer.
A white deer. Like dead ass.
Like
in Maryland.
Maryland. Literally ran right across the front of our vehicle.
Yeah, we had to stop.
Yeah.
And everybody in the truck was like looking, because we were like trying to figure out what it was, because I thought it was like a goat.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yes,
it was like white.
Yeah.
I've never seen a white deer before. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so we looking like, is that a goat?
Yeah.
It's like, you wasn't expecting a goat to run across the road. And then we look a little bit more, I'm like,
yeah,
holy crap.
Yeah.
Holy divine. It's a white deer.
Holy divine.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful. And for for that to happen, just the dinner, the celebration, being in the presence of the Haitian ambassador, seeing the white deer and all the symbolism, the symbology, if I'm going to use your word, that happened that weekend. Just as we were celebrating my brother's, life, his transition, synchronicities again. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I started to recognize every time we go over to your auntie and uncles, man.
Come
it's
on
something
now.
magical that be happening.
There's something. Listen.
Dang.
We gonna spend more time with them.
Yeah, and they always want us to come over.
They do.
I don't know what that is, but it's something.
It's energy.
It is, but it's like, I wonder why it's so specific
to them. Yeah. Wow.
It's beautiful.
But
what'd you say there? You feel uneasy in your body when you're overindulged. Yeah, definitely.
Indeed.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for the hearts, guys.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's our time.
That's our time.
Thank y'all for joining us with LoveHers 808s. We love y'all.
Yeah. Love. Love you guys.
It's how we love. All right, until next time.
All right.
Peace. And we out.
I don't wanna come down. I don't wanna come. I don't wanna come down. I don't wanna come. I don't wanna come down.
Just chill till the next episode.